Hi there, Zeno speaking. So in this guide, I wanted to take you through how to run a basic Smartlink campaign. So I'm going to be honest, you're not likely to make very much profit or any profit at all with a campaign going direct to a Smartlink. However, they are very, very useful for dipping your toes in the water and just getting your feet wet and starting a campaign, right? So if you're having a bit of analysis paralysis, you're not sure where to start, you don't know which traffic source to use, you're having trouble figuring out offers, I highly recommend you follow this guide and just launch a very basic campaign. It can be $20 to $50 in total spend just to kind of understand how the puzzle pieces fit together, to learn how to start things and set things up in your tracker, learn how to actually start a campaign, figure out data parsing, postbacks, get conversion tracking working, and get some actual data to look at and make some optimization decisions from. So the goal of this sort of technical case study is going to be process, not profit. Again, very unlikely that we're going to actually find something particularly profitable. But again, I think it's very useful to go through these steps at the early days. It'll certainly help you with your later campaigns where you'll be in a much better position to optimize effectively and avoid wasting money and losing money on certain things. Okay, with that out of the way, let's jump into it. So I'm obviously using FunnelFlux since that is my tracker of choice and the company that I run. I'm going to be using propeller ads here for my traffic source. So this is basic pop traffic. I think pops are a good place to start as well with this kind of campaign because it's very easy to just set up and go. You don't have to deal with landing pages and things will get approved very quickly. Traffic will start flowing. Additionally, with the Smartlink side, I'm going to be split testing Traffic Company versus Monetizer. So both of these are quite well known as Smartlink systems. What I want to do is put them head to head and just see which one ends up making more revenue per visit, because the offer is always king. And if you can split test multiple offers at the beginning, or in this case multiple Smartlinks, which are themselves going to be testing a lot of offers, killing off one of those offers or picking one over the other is often going to be the best split test decision you can make early on. Now before that, I said that Smartlinks generally aren't that profitable. They're not usually something you'd run as the primary back-end offer for a campaign. I think it's worth doing some research before you dive in to try and put your best foot forward, to try and find the country or the type of offer that at the moment is doing quite well. So if you go to Monetizer, you can see that there is a snapshot area. I think you get to it from Insights and then Snapshot. Within this, we can actually have a look at some data from their system over the last 7 days. So I've got 7 days, and we can see through this list different Smartlink, mainstream Smartlinks, the earnings per click, the average payout, and basically how well they are doing. Likewise at Traffic Company, if I go to promotions and then opportunities, there is some information here on direct offers that are apparently hot or doing well, whatever that might mean. Something here on top revenue, which is I think a bit more useful, where it's telling you certain countries and carriers that are apparently doing well, and something with potential where it says high performance with low traffic volume in the last 24 hours. Okay, we don't really want to look at that because we don't want to jump on these low volume ones. It's probably better we look at something that's actually just a solid performer, right? Like it's doing consistent revenue in the last 24 hours. So what I want to do is kind of cross-reference between Traffic Company and Monetizer and see if there's some overlap that I can work with. What I did find, which was interesting here, is when I load this page, I actually saw, and when I looked into Traffic Company's documents, I found that they had an API for these opportunities, where if I just quickly nerd out a little bit, if I go to top revenue and I refresh this page, I actually found that I could see these API requests that they were doing, which just take a few seconds to load. There we go. And I clicked and looked at these and I was like, oh, what is this? And I could see that in here they actually had more specific data listed, where they had the carrier name, the country, they had some performance metrics like the eCPM, the over 24 hours and so on. So I thought, oh, I wonder if I can actually use this data for something. And then I looked at Propeller ads, and I found that they have a traffic chart here. And on the traffic chart, they actually list countries, the total impressions, the max CPM rate, which I guess is the max bids people are paying, and the optimal CPM rate, which I suppose is just some sort of optimal middle ground. And so it occurred to me that maybe I can actually merge that data together to understand from traffic company which of these might be showing much higher eCPMs than the CPMs that are appearing here on Propeller ads. So this is not something that you have to do. I just thought I'd show what I set up there because I like doing this kind of research. But what I actually did was spun up a quick little JavaScript app to kind of merge this data and present it in a table. So I effectively went to this page and I loaded the report. Let me just switch back to the on-click data because we're going to be using pop-unders or pop-ups. This traffic chart data here, I saw this and I thought, I can definitely merge and use this. So what I did is I made a quick JavaScript app, which I will just boot up. So don't worry, you don't have to know how to do this. Okay, I will just start this. Oh, what have I got here? One moment, I'll just fix this. Okay, there we go, it's running. So let me just show you this quick table that I booted up. It's just rendering and it will open shortly. Oh, there we go, it's already opened. Okay, so I made this quick table, and you might be thinking, oh my god, what is he doing? It's just basic developer stuff. But what I wanted to do is kind of find from the traffic company data, from what they have here, some comparison to the actual CPMs from Propeller ads. So here, I'm going to filter by this potential that I made, put this greater than 100. Okay, and then I want to sort by available traffic. Okay, because we don't want to be dealing with a country with next to no traffic. Okay, and let's put max potential here, greater than 100% as well. Okay, so long story short, this is a table showing countries and carriers where the earnings per 1,000 impressions according to traffic company seem to be significantly higher than the CPMs on the Propeller ad side. By no means does this indicate like actual profit that is going to be made, not at all. But it's a good starting point for me for just picking a country for this little case study. Okay, so looking at this, I think Egypt would be an easy first pick. If I come back here to traffic company, Egypt is not in this 24-hour one here. Nope. Okay, let's have another look. Saudi Arabia, Argentina, and Algeria. So Saudi Arabia, nope. Argentina personal, it says personal, okay. And Algeria, Jizzy, okay. Algeria, Jizzy. Okay, so here we could pick maybe Argentina or Algeria because that's kind of some overlap there. But then let's look at monetizer as well and go, okay, let's look at Algeria. Oh, I need to know the country code, don't I? So let's look up Algeria. I think it's DZ, is it? Let me just check that. Okay, yep, maybe DZ. We've got 11,000 in revenue in the last 7 days. Okay, average payout 30 cents. So what I'm looking for here in monetizer with a completely different data set is just, is there revenue coming from that country, like a decent amount? The other one that I was looking at there was Argentina. Okay, coming back here. Argentina, 0.7. Okay, let's eliminate Argentina because there's not much coming through monetizer. Let's do Algeria mainstream. So let's pick this. So you don't have to go through this long-winded process of research here, but my recommendation would be look at traffic company and look at any data they have here on countries and carriers that are right now, doing quite well. Then look at monetizer, look at the snapshot here and confirm, is there significant revenue actually coming through this platform to that country and to that Smartlink? The payout here is also quite useful for understanding a potential CPA, right? So if we're running something on Propeller ads and we use some sort of target CPA, we could use 30 cents as the target. In fact, let's do that. Okay, so let's go create a funnel in FunnelFlux. So I'm going to go here and create a visual funnel. Let's call this, once it loads, let's call this Algeria Smartlink test. Save and open editor. Okay, so now what I want to do is add offers to the system, and I need to add a smart link from traffic company and from monetizer. So I'm going to go to create asset and I'm going to go to offer. I've already added monetizer and traffic company as offer sources to the system. We have templates for that. Not really going to go through the data passing and postback configuration here. So let's call this monetizer Smartlink mainstream. Put the offer source as monetizer. Okay. Now in monetizer, let's go to create link. I want to call the campaign here DZ mainstream. You can give it whatever name you want. DZ mainstream. No target offer. I want to use a smart link. Traffic type using mainstream. All verticals allowed. Okay. Or actually, for traffic type, it's mainstream. But for the verticals, maybe we want to use mainstream here as well. In fact, let's check if we can actually understand that, because I'm not sure whether they meant the traffic type or the verticals in the snapshot. So coming back here, let's look at DZ. Mainstream adult direct. Okay, it's definitely the vertical, right? So mainstream is the one to go. And I think with countries in the Middle East and North Africa and places, you have to be a bit more careful with running adult. So let's go back to create link. Again, let's put DZ mainstream. Okay, let's put mainstream as the vertical. We can include aggressive landing pages. That's fine for now. If Propeller Ads has a problem with that, we can change it. For the click ID and sub ID, we don't need to put anything here because that's going to be handled in FunnelFlux. Okay, and let's create a link. Oh, we should change this to mainstream, right? Okay, yeah, mainstream. Okay, so that changed everything at the bottom. Okay, so that makes more sense now. If we leave this on all, we can change view auto options here, but we could just put this to mainstream or mainstream mobile CPA. Yep, it's definitely this mainstream one here. Okay, let's create a link. We get this link here. Let's copy this. Coming back to FunnelFlux, put this here. There's nothing further we need to add. If I go to data passing, I can see here how my offer source configuration is dealing with adding all of the extra data for tracking, so that's all fine. Let's save that. Okay, and now let's create a traffic company link. I'll call this traffic company Smartlink. Put it under traffic company. Coming to traffic company here, I can go to promotions and Smartlink. Very simple. Don't have to do much here. I'll just pick all. Promo info, nothing, or I can put test here so you see what it looks like in the URL they generate. Yes, I've read this. Okay, copy here. You can see that promo information is the PI parameter, but we don't need this because our data passing is dealing with it here. So I'll get rid of this. There we go, there's the traffic company Smartlink. Right, now let's add these. So they are offers. They are smart links. Let's put both of these here and connect them together. Okay, so this is our funnel, very basic. Okay, and now once that is saved, I'm going to test my link because you should always test your own tracking. I'm going to, I need Propeller Ads as a source. I already have an example one there, but let's just show you creating one anyway. Okay, create Propeller Ads. And then for the conversion tracking, actually I need to update this to use what's from my account. So let's pivot back to Propeller Ads quickly and go to the tracking tab. And here they have this postback URL stuff. I'm just going to copy this and paste it in the URL. Here I can see my affiliate ID is 57154. I'm going to put this back here, and this TID is 14723. Put this here. Okay, so that's all good. Save that. Okay, so now our funnel is basically ready to go. Again, let's test our link with Propeller Ads. Open in a new incognito window. Okay, that works. It's going to a monetizer page, I think. Yep, and it's some push page. Okay, so the link works fine. That is confirmed. Right, so let's take this link and start a campaign. So here under statistics, I'm going to create a new campaign. Let's call this Algeria Smartlink test. Now for all the configuration. So I admit I don't know propeller ads that well, so let's just kind of wing it based on best practices, I suppose. I want to use pop-ups. I don't want to use these others for the moment. I want to just use websites. I could use direct clicks, I suppose. What is this? Multi-format campaign. Direct click, top converting zones providing direct visits. Social traffic, that's probably more expensive. Actually, I want to use direct click because I just want more traditional pop-up or redirects. Okay, now I'll put my URL here. Now for the pricing model, technically I could use CPA Gold because I know that the payout is approximately 30 cents. But for the beginning and for this testing, it's probably better we just keep it simpler and use CPM or Smart CPM, because I also want to see the actual bids that are being used, right? So CPM, no auto optimization, manual bid control, best for scaling. It has user activity targeting, that'll be for push though. Smart CPM, adjustable bids for each placement, second price auction model, best for testing. Okay, maybe better to use Smart CPM to have a little bit of variance in the actual bidding, but overall try and reduce how much we're paying. For frequency capping, let's set this to 1 because if someone's not converting on the first sort of Smartlink offer, probably not going to convert on the next one they see moments later or an hour later. Okay, countries and bids. So let's turn this automatic bidding off for the moment. Let's put Algeria and have a look at the CPMs it suggests. Okay, so here you can see on the x-axis our CPM's up to about $5. We probably want to lowball here for any Smartlink stuff, so closer to like $1 I would say, just to get more traffic to actually test with. So I'm gonna turn off automatic bidding actually. I don't want it to set an optimal rate. I think that's going for the max, so let's not do that. Let's just lowball with $1 here because we can always increase the bid, right? But if you bid high at the beginning for this kind of Smartlink situation, you're going to burn more money. And the whole point of this case study is, again, process, not profit. So let's minimize how much we're spending and maximize how much we get to learn from that spend. Okay, so let's put it to Algeria, target nothing here. Let's leave auto optimization off for the moment so that nothing's kind of changing without our permission. Let's put the daily budget to 10, total budget to 50. Note, budgets below $30 might be exceeded. That's okay. High volume pops, you can't always stay within very, very small budgets. The platform. So very good question. What should we do here? Obviously mobile, but for operating system, like are we looking at Android, iOS? What is it? If we look at traffic company, here I don't think it had any information on that. It just had, nothing at all, just the country and the carrier. But within monetizer, I think we can go to snapshot. I think we can look at DZ and we can drill down into this mainstream one. And we can definitely look at operating system. Okay, and looking at it, you can see it's virtually all Android, so we definitely want to target only Android here. We should look through this data so that we can scope our campaign to be as like laser targeted as possible at the beginning, avoiding the stuff that is probably not worth paying for in the first place. So we definitely want Android. So let's go back here and add Android. Is there anything else that we should look at? Let's look at city. Probably not going to see much here. If you look at the conversion rates and the eCPM, it's spread out over all the cities, so nothing to do there. Browser. Let's have a look at clicks. Okay, it's quite spread out actually across a lot of browsers, but mainly Chrome Mobile and Facebook. The eCPMs, actually, okay, here's one to look at. The eCPM is terrible for mobile Safari, so let's definitely get rid of that. It's actually the best for the Facebook messengers. and for Facebook and for Instagram. Okay, and Facebook Lite. So one thing we could do here is actually target the Facebook related browsers. That might work. Let's do that, and then also maybe add Chrome Mobile. No, its eCPM is so much lower, but a lot of the leads are coming from there. No, let's target Facebook. Let's trust the data and just like reduce our targeting to something that's potentially and hopefully more likely to have better ROI. So let's go to the browsers. Here we go. Let's look for Facebook. We have Facebook browser, Instagram. I don't think we have anything else Facebook related here. I'm just a little bit worried that this is going to restrict the traffic a ton. You can already see here that it really drops down. Oh, look at this. The bids are way higher for the Facebook traffic. I think we're definitely going to have to raise the bid a little bit. Okay, let's raise it to $2 and leave it there. But it's not many impressions, right? But we're not going for 1 million impressions a day here. We're just trying to spend $10, right? So let's start small. Okay, what else? Language. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Do we have that here? We do. Language, it's spread out. Like we don't want to target language, right? It's very spread. Carrier. Okay, very good point. We should circle back to this. It was Algeria and Jezi, right? If we go here, Jezi is doing okay, so is Mobilis and Urdu. Oh, they're all doing quite good with Monetizer, and the revenue is quite split up. So, in fact, I suggest we just leave it as it is for now and let it target everything, and then we'll look at the data. We have so few impressions now from our targeting, so let's not add more restrictions. Yep, let's leave it at that. Okay, scrolling down, don't worry about collecting. Automatically start it, yes. It meets quality guidelines, I hope so. Now, is there anything here about the day parting? That's a very good question. I don't see anything yet. I did a test campaign before and I accidentally left it on ASAP delivery rather than distributed. But now that I'm creating a campaign, I can't quite see that setting. So maybe we have to adjust it after we actually start the campaign. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's go. Okay, so now that that's started, let's click Edit and see if new settings appear. Here, campaign schedule. This is a key one that I learned in a previous test. Change this to distributed because with it might not be a problem here, but if you have a lot of traffic and you're spending $10, you're going to burn through it like so quickly. So I'm going to switch this to distributed. Okay, that's it. It's all set up and ready to go. It shouldn't take too long to actually approve. I'm sorry that this video is getting quite long, but I wanted to be quite thorough and detailed in the process and the mindset here about just setting the campaign up. Once it's approved and it spins for a day, we'll go through the data and have a look at some decisions. We'll have a look at the initial ROI, initial optimization cuts and changes that we can make, and whether or not we need to expand the targeting to actually get a decent amount of traffic. But the goal here really is to get, $1 a day, like to get a very, very simple campaign that you can keep in profit. So this might be possible with this, but let's see. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.